What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be taking a look ahead at the month of June for all my Aries Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of March 21st and April 19th and you are an Aries Sun sign, and this video is for you. Today I'm going to be doing an overview for what to expect in the next month. This is going to take a look at your past energies, present energies, future energies coming into the month of June, as well as what to hold on to, what to let go of, obstacles you're going to face, and lessons you're going to learn. Remember, this is a very general overall view of the month ahead for Aries Sun signs, and if you want a more personalized reading, then head on over to my Etsy shop where I tap into your specific energies and we have a more specific, more personalized reading just for you. But as it stands, this is our general reading for Aries. I'm going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot, and I'd appreciate if you just give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the questions. What can Aries Sun signs expect in the month of June? Alright, that should do it. Let me cut the deck, and we will deal out the 9 cards. Did I say 9 cards? I meant 8. Okay, here we go. We got our 8 cards lined up, and I do see a couple major arcana, specifically in last month. No, 3 major arcana, excuse me. Big things seem to be happening. I think we're coming out of a phase where Aries is seeing some external outside pressures, not really pressures, but energies coming in and affecting the Aries Sun signs right now. So that's very interesting. So let's take a look at this in depth. The first card we're going to look at is the High Priest, and this card represents last month's energy, so the energies of May. Alright, I'm getting the feeling that Aries, last month, there was a lot of order in your life. There was a lot of, dare I say, restrictions. It seems like you guys were pretty much sticking to the book, following the rules, following the laws, following the parameters set forth to you by your, what do you call it, superiors? Unfortunately, we all have superiors of some kind in this world, or most of us do anyway, and I get the feeling that they were kind of a little bit stringent on you, and they were, influencing you in a way that made you color within the lines, so to speak, if that analogy works for you. So yeah, I'm getting the feeling that maybe work was a influence on you, or this could be teachers, it could be, whatever person of power is in your life. I get the feeling that their energy was exerted onto you, and they made you, in so many words, made you, follow the guidelines, basically. And I'm getting the sense that you guys weren't able to express your creativity in the way that you wanted. You weren't able to show your true inner colors because of this restrictions that you felt. And so yeah, I get the feeling that maybe May was a kind of a stifling month for you. Aries, you guys are adventurous. You don't like to be told what to do. So I'm getting the feeling that this was not a good thing for you guys. For most of you. Again, this is a general overview. So the next card we're going to look at is the Fairlit. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, this is a very druidy and witchcrafty deck. But this card is basically temperance, for those of you in the know. And I'm getting the feeling that right now you're returning to a state of balance. Whereas last month you may have felt restricted, I think this month you're going to be able to spread your wings open wide. This card represents the current energies, by the way. So yes, your present energies are such that you're starting to take more control. You're starting to put control back into your life, and you're doing the things that it takes to create balance and to create fluidity and as far as the energy goes, and you're not being dictated towards. You're being a lot more creative and a lot more expressive with the overall way you conduct yourself. And I get the sense that this is a happy time for Aries, that whatever restrictions you were feeling have been lifted, and you're feeling much freer and more open and ready to do your own thing, ready to be creative, ready to make change in this world any way that you see fit rather than what other people see fit for you. So I'm getting a very good vibe from this card. That's right now, currently at the end of May and the start of June, you guys are started coming into your own, and that weight on your shoulders has kind of been lifted. This card here represents next month's energies. We've got the Six of Swords. I'm getting the sense that this newfound freedom is going to take you to new places. You guys are going to use your intellect, use your thoughts to create movement into a forward way. Like I said, this is the general overview for a lot of different people, so this is going to apply to you in a very different way than it applies to the next Aries next to you, but in some way, in some shape, in some form, I think there's going to be movement. For some of you, this could be literal, and you could be traveling a little bit, or taking road trips, or boat rides, or plane rides, whatever kind of trip you like. For others, this is going to be more metaphorical, and you're going to be moving to a different place in your life, especially when it comes to the thoughts you have and your mind states, and your intellect and your logic's going to be feeling like it's going to be traveling into a new direction. So I see this as a very positive card. I think you guys are coming out of maybe a dark time or a down time, or just a time that's not conducive to your nature. Aries, you guys love to explore and love to be adventurous, so I'm getting the feeling that the month of June is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to get out there and explore and be adventurous and do the things that you love to do, because quite frankly, I got the feeling that May did not allow that as much to go down. So good omens for you, Aries. All right, the next card here represents what to hold on to. We've got the Princess of Swords. Okay, well, as I said, moving into this next month, you're going to have your intellect is going to get you to new places, and I think this card is asking you to hold on to the ability to understand your own thoughts in a personal way. Okay, I know that didn't make sense to you, but it made sense to me. This card is asking you to be more aware of the thoughts you're having, so that there's no errant thoughts, right? Be more introspective when it comes to the thoughts swirling around your head. And if there's thoughts that kind of dwell on negativity, maybe it's time to chop those out. You don't need those. They're not serving you. They're not helping you. So if you're going to be conscious about your thoughts, that means you're going to be more aware of when you're having thoughts that aren't helping you. And I think this card is asking you to hold on to the ability to look inward and be cognizant and aware of what you're thinking, because as we all know, what you're thinking helps form your reality, your perception of it, and the physical reality around you. So it's very important to be thinking thoughts that are in alignment with your true goals, rather than thoughts that are going to hold you back in some way. And this card is definitely asking that you be more aware of them. It's so easy to just let the ego mind run its little programs, and that's not always in our best interest. So definitely be a little bit more aware of what you're thinking this month, and in the month of June. Alright, this card here represents the biggest hurdle you're expected to see in the month of June, and we've got the Star. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that you're coming out of a month where you had to kind of bow down to an authority figure. You kind of felt restricted, and I think the biggest hurdle that you're going to feel this month is allowing yourself to come out of that space yourself. I get the feeling that weight, that energy is going to be lifted in the coming month, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't changed you in some way. It hasn't made you a little bit more hesitant to express yourself, to show your true emotions. And the Star is saying that your biggest hurdle this month is probably going to be expressing yourself, being open, not caring what other people think as much, just being your true self, not the self that people, or that you think people want to see from you. So yeah, I'm getting the feeling that maybe you need to, allow that energy to pass. You're no longer having someone breathe down your neck. You're no longer feeling stifled in the next month. You won't be, hopefully. Okay, so allow yourself to be more expressive, to be yourself, to just do what you do and not be worried about what other people think about you. Oh, don't worry about what others think about you ever, okay? Because they're not you. They don't know what it means to be you, and they're not here to create in the same way that you're here to create. So don't worry about other people when you're here creating. Do you, and do it to the best of your ability, so that you're bringing something unique into this world. This card here represents what you need to let go of in the month of June. We've got the Ten of Swords. Oh, this card is never good when it shows up. That's not true. I mean, sometimes it brings positive news. I think this card is telling you that you need to let go of the negative ego barbs. And for so many of us, we, like I said, that she told you to be cognizant of what kind of thoughts you're thinking. And if you're not cognizant, if you're not aware of what kind of thoughts you're thinking, you will arrive at this point and you will be feeling the Ten of Swords energy, which is about just being so bogged down by the ego mind, the negative ego mind that's running fear-based programs, running ideas of lack and of worry and fear and doubt and all those horrible things. Those are all ego thoughts that we think from time to time. And this card represents those ego thoughts just finally getting to you, and you can't take it anymore, and you're just like, I'm just gonna lay here for a while. Don't come back for me. You know what I mean? So this card is saying that you need to let go of those negative ego thoughts that just stab you in the back. Whether you realize it or not, you're stabbing yourself in the back by allowing these ego thoughts to remain in your brain, and you need to stop them any way you can, because we don't want to be here. We want to feel light. We want to feel happy and accomplished and successful, and these negative ego thoughts do the opposite, and they bring us down. And so all the more reason to listen to what the Princess of Swords is telling you, to be conscious of what you're thinking, and don't let your negative ego thoughts get in your own way. So let go of that, because they don't serve you. They don't help you. What good does it do to tell yourself that you're not good enough? It does nothing for you. Nothing. It holds you back, and that's it. Alright. This card here represents the people around you. We've got the Ace of Swords. Again, we got a swords energy. I'm feeling a lot of swords energy coming from this reading right now. So I'm getting the sense that a lot of you are in your heads. And I think in the month of June, a lot of your friends are going to be in their heads too. But I get the feeling that your friends or family, the people around you, coworkers, whoever you interact with, the overall dominant energy is going to be one of new thoughts. And that goes along with the Six of Swords. There's going to be a progression here where you're going to be, thinking some new thoughts, moving away from an old paradigm that you were attached to. And I think your friends, family, and coworkers, the people in your lives, in your life, are going to bring about a new idea. So I'm getting the feeling that there's going to be a new idea coming from an outside source that's going to really help you. It's that aha moments that, oh yes, that is an amazing idea and I have to run with this. You get that feeling from time to time. And I think that's something that your friends, family, or coworkers are going to provide for you in the month of June. So pay attention to what they're saying, because you never know, there could be a gem in there. And maybe, it's not an idea that they're giving to you, but it's an idea that you're coming up with together and as a team. So, definitely be willing to communicate with your friends and family and loved ones, and be open to what they have to say and listen to them, so that you can allow this new energy to come in, so you're not blocking it off. Because if you already know everything, you're not going to hear this idea, and this idea won't be able to take root and help you in the way that it's meant to help you. Alright, this turned over card here represents the biggest lesson that you're set to learn in the month of June, and we have another sword. King of Swords. All this sword energy. My goodness. Give me a second with this card. Yeah. Your biggest lesson for the month of June is going to be getting it out of your own way. And by you, I mean your ego. Your ego is trying to sabotage you, is the feeling I'm getting in the month of June. Now, and moving into the month of June, I get the feeling that maybe not so much now as you're feeling more hopeful, but I think moving into June, you're going to feel a little bit like you're your own worst enemy. You're getting in your own way. You're allowing your thoughts to be pervasive, and they're not all good ones. So I think your lesson here in the month of June is to kind of step aside. The King of Swords is somebody who's, so in their mind that they have great ideas. and they're great at implementing them, sort of, but they're just not good at feeling. They're not good at understanding others. There's no emotion, right? So the vibe I'm getting from this card is to get out of your own head. Be more balanced. The Fairlight here, Temperance, is all about balance, and I get the sense that you're feeling that now, but you're going to be moving towards a space of intellect and ego and logic mind, which is not a bad thing. It's a great thing. It can get you out of all sorts of jams and bring you to new places, but it can only do so much if you're not a well-rounded person. You need to be feeling as well as doing, as well as thinking, right? As well as, using the physical world around you to help you move forward. And so, I'm getting the sense that you're going to be in your heads a lot in the next month, Aries Sun sign friends. So let's just go back and sum it all up now that we've got the whole picture here. I'm getting the sense that, yes, last month there's somebody, a teacher. For a lot of you, if you're a student, this could have been, finals. Anytime you think of restrictions, anytime you think of rules, is what I'm getting from this right now is the Emperor, the High Priest. He's the Emperor in the regular tarot, and it could be religion too. I failed to mention that earlier, but this could be religious in nature. Whoever is that dominating force in your life, I get the sense that you guys are feeling kind of restricted and kind of like just not able to be yourselves 100%. And so moving into the current energies, I'm getting the sense that there's more balance now. There's more of a ability to create on your own and create what you want to create rather than what other people want you to do. And moving into the month of June, I get the feeling that you guys are going to be changing a little bit. There's going to be a movement and a progression. For some of you, it could be actual physical traveling to another place. But for others, it could be a more metaphorical thing where you're changing your thought process, which is, I think, probably a good thing for most of you. What to hold on to is being more aware of what you're thinking, aware of what your thoughts are. Really turn that gaze inward and really analyze the kind of thoughts that you have in your head. Are they thoughts of fear, doubt, worry, lack? Or are they thoughts of success and happiness and joy and gratitude? If it's the former and not the latter, then you need to maybe do something about that, because you can control your own thoughts, okay? Your biggest hurdle is going to be being open and being expressive. I think, coming off of last month, you probably been trained or you gotten used to kind of hiding your true self and not really being upfront with people or even with yourself. So I get the feeling that's going to be another hurdle, is to get out of that energy, to start to be more expressive and more confident in your own abilities and sharing them with the world and not caring what the world thinks about them. What to let go of is allowing those ego thoughts to really bring you down, to just pile up. If you just allow them to pile and pile and pile, and before you know it, you're just going to be face down in the mud, right? Wishing for something new. So don't get to that point. Don't allow that point to happen. So let go of those ego thoughts that are really bringing you down, and you're going to accomplish that by being more cognizant of the thoughts you're having. The people around you, they're going to be bringing a new energy into the mix, so definitely listen to what they have to say. I think there's going to be a good idea that's going to come in the month of June that's really going to change your life. It could be in a small way, it could be in a large way, but your friends are going to be the messengers of that new idea. Now, I keep saying friends, but the people in your life, the people you spend most of your time with, they're going to, get the feeling that they're going to be bringing a new idea that's going to help you out in some way. So definitely pay attention to that. And the biggest lesson for the month of June here is to not be in your head so much, not be so devoted to the ego, to the logic mind. Allow yourself to be more well-rounded. Allow emotion to enter into it. Allow action to emotion to allow action to enter into the equation. Don't just sit there thinking about things all day, because that's just not going to get you anywhere. I mean, it's a good start, and you can't go anywhere without thinking things. But there's a time and a place, and you got to have balance. That's all there is to it. Got to find a balance. So that is going to be my reading, my month ahead reading for the month of June for all my Aries Sun sign friends. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general overall reading. If you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description, and I will tap into your specific energies and give you a more personalized reading. And we can work together to solve any of your problems. I got a bunch of readings up available there, so go check those out if you will. Alright guys, leave a like if you got something out of this reading. Be sure to leave any comments in the comment section below, whether they're questions or just anything you want to say about what we've talked about today. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I put these readings out twice a month at this moment, and along with some other videos that you might enjoy. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Happy tarotting. Peace.